So trust, patience, those are like the two things that if I can like name at this moment are the harder things to like, I guess, grow in and like learn to have. When we're like in the moment of like waiting for something to happen and having that expectation, it's so easy to like let like logic, I guess, kind of come into play. It's easy to let like, okay, past perspectives just come into play. It's very easy for your old habits to pop up and be like, hey, how are you? I'm back. And I just like, I feel like I'm in this like for weeks now, I'm this constant like pulling myself out of like old ways and like remembering like what you really believe in. And like, Katie, you do believe that God can do anything. You do believe God is constantly moving. You do believe God is healing. You do believe God has a plan and purpose for yourself and for the people around you. You do believe that God's working in your family. You do believe that God's working in your friends. And you do believe he's making ways and paths and that he's going to guide you. And that's all truth. And it's just that when you don't remember that and you get lost in your own thoughts, it's like, but in reality, by looking at the situation, it really doesn't seem possible. Or you've been waiting for so long and it's like, it doesn't seem like anything's happening. I don't know, when it's like, when you're like in like just the crevice, sometimes I feel like I'm sitting in a crevice and I feel like I'm like, sitting between two things. I feel like I'm sitting between something that's about to happen and something that has already happened. And I'm just like, God, I really need you to like just clear the clouds for me, let the sun just shine down on what is next, what I need to do. You know, I'm out here and I'm like saying this and it's like, okay, like, so what are you going to do about like these feelings? Like, what are you going to do about like feeling this way? And so I was like scrolling through Instagram and like I stumbled upon Andrew Womack, and he's a really great preacher, speaker, and he owns one of the schools that I'm looking at too. But he kind of just said like, when you just really don't know what you're doing and like you don't understand, you feel like you don't understand, go to the book of Proverbs. And I've read the book of Proverbs through and through, and every time I open that book again, like I discover something new. Proverbs 3:5, and it says like, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. Do not lean on the advice that people give you. Don't lean on anything else but God's understanding. Because yes, I believe God can like speak to other people and give you like insight and kind of give you guidance and directions or tell you what you're supposed to be doing. But at the same time, like, you can't live your life just depending on other people's like advices. You can't live your life depending on like other ways of like, I guess like what I'm trying to say is like into myself, that I have to like literally learn how to trust God. I really do need to learn to trust God, and like I am trusting God, but it's just like there's still different like facets of it. Like, okay, I trusted him with this, and now I need to trust him with this part. But I'm a human being, I'm a person, and I'm growing in Christ, and sometimes my head knowledge, the things that I've learned, needs to become my heart knowledge. And I just want to like so desperately like pursue Christ with everything in my life, but at the same time, like, it's so much easier said than done. It's so much easier to go and like want to serve Christ, and then like you find out, you run into like, oh well, I want to serve Christ in this way, and you find out that like you have expectations that you need to realize you gotta lay before the Lord and be like, God, like, transform my way of thinking, transform my expectations, give me your desires. I don't know. Yeah, okay. I'm just being real and honest with y'all. Like, there's really no agenda. I didn't even know I was gonna make a video like this because I haven't been like super consistent with YouTube and like school and whatever. But I'm done with that excuse. I want to be back here just be talking about these kind of stuff. But yes, I don't know what's next. I'm hoping over Christmas break that I'm about to go on in 2 days. Or in a day. Tomorrow I leave for Christmas break. That like this next 3 weeks that I get to just literally just like and focus and like figure this out, and like hopefully I'm praying that like prayers get answered this season because I need something. But you're feeling kind of lost, I would suggest just opening the book of Proverbs, because that's what I'm about to do. Just kind of go into the book of Proverbs, and I'm trusting that answers are there. I'm trusting that comfort is there. I'm trusting that my mind will remember these verses, and that these verses will become imprinted, emblazoned in my heart and dwell there. So that's all I got to say to y'all. Kind of sorry about the randomness of this video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Whenever this video is up, I hope that this helps you and we connected in some sort of interesting way. But yeah, drop some verses down below that have helped you, and they'll probably help someone else, that help myself. And I'm gonna write them down in my journal as well. Okay, peace, my peoples.